Hello and welcome to Engineer Jeremy Tutorials. So sa video na to, pag-aaralan natin ang conduction heat transfer, particularly about conduction on plane wall, about the Fourier's law of heat conduction na inintroduce ni Joseph Fourier way back 1822. So, kung ano nga ba yung law na yon and paano nga ba siya na-apply sa conduction heat transfer, as well as the formula and sample problems about conduction heat transfer. But before that, kung hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe, kindly click the like and subscribe button sa ating channel for more engineering updates and tutorials. So, gaya nga ng sinabi natin, so ang conduction heat transfer, so nangyayari ito kapag ka merong dalawang interaction or connection yung dalawang molecules natin or particles. So, due to temperature difference ng dalawang particles na yon or dalawang molecules, so yung heat natin flows from hotter medium papunta dun sa lower medium. So, ang conduction heat transfer ay inintroduce ni Joseph Fourier noong 1822 and ang sinasabi niya rito, ang rate of heat transfer through a material is proportional to the negative gradient in the temperature and to the area at right angles to that gradient through which the heat flows. If we are going to elaborate and integrate this Fourier's law of heat conduction, mag-a-arrive tayo sa ganitong formula natin in which ini-state dyan that the rate of the heat transfer Q per unit time that is equal to the Ka times delta T over L in which yung K natin dyan is ito, siya yung tinatawag natin as the thermal conductivity. So, yung K natin dyan is yung tinatawag natin na thermal conductivity of the material. So, ang unit ng K natin is naka-watts per meter degree Celsius or degree Kelvin. So, that yung A dyan is the area. The delta X, yung delta X na dyan is the wall thickness or the change in thickness natin. Gaano ba kakapal yung plane wall natin. Meanwhile, yung T1 and T2, those are the wall phase temperature in which yung T1 natin is yung temperature ng hotter phase natin. And yung T2 is the temperature dun sa lower phase natin. So this formula, this Ka T1 minus T2 over delta X, so that is the same with this formula na Q is equals to Ka delta T over L, in which yung L dito, ito na yung wall thickness natin or the length ng wall natin. Okay? So, how are we going to use this formula pagdating sa mga sample problems natin? Kasi dito sa conduction heat transfer, magbavari ang formula na to depende sa kung ano nga ba yung area natin, kung ano nga ba yung material, at kung gaano nga ba kalaki yung wall thickness natin. Na kung papansinin natin ang sinabi ni Joseph Fourier, the rate ng heat transfer, Q, so di ba yung Q na yan represents the energy with respect to time, so that is equal to or directly proportional to the A times the change in temperature all over the change in length natin or yung X natin. Okay. So, anong meaning niyan? So, kung papansinin nyo, di ba, that Q represents energy, meanwhile that delta T represents time. Okay? So, kung pag-iisahin natin itong energy over time, so, di ba, we all know that is equivalent to power. Okay? So, power ang equivalent ng energy over time na yan. Now, the energy has a unit of joule. Meanwhile, yung time natin has a unit of second. So, kung papansinin natin, by unit pa lang, so joule per second is equivalent to watts. Okay? So, therefore, ito pala is regarding sa power or kung ano ba kabilis yung pag-rate or yung rate ng heat transfer natin. So, yan ang Q delta Q over T natin. Yan ang ini-indicate ng Q natin dito, yung rate ng heat transfer. Okay, so that K is the thermal conductivity. So what are the relations between Q and K? So sabi natin, pag yung K natin tumaas, since that is directly proportional yung Q, tataas din yung rate ng heat transfer natin. Same with area, pag yung area tumaas, will also go up since that is also directly proportional and to the change in temperature. So pag tumaas yung change in temperature natin, yung Q natin tataas also. But that is inversely proportional to X, meaning pag yung thickness natin tumaas, meaning kumapal yung wall or humaba yung wall, so yung Q natin is bababa. Mas bababa yung Q natin kapag tumaas itong thickness natin. Since that is directly, inversely proportional to Q natin. So yan ang relationship between this Q, K, A, and delta T natin. Then, so how are we going to use this formula sa sample problem natin? So let's try answering this example number 1. So sa example number 1, it states that ang sabi sa example number 1, the wall of a house. So the wall of a house, 7-meter wide and 6-meter high, is made up of 0.3-meter thick brick with K, or the thermal conductivity, of 0.6 watts per meter degree Kelvin. So the surface temperature inside of the wall is 16 degrees Celsius and that on outside wall is 6 degrees Celsius. So find the heat flux. Okay, so ito yung pinapahanap, the heat flux through the wall and the total heat loss through that wall. Okay, so yan ang pinapahanap sa atin. So, how are we going to solve for this one? Siyempre, bago ang lahat, mag-drawing muna tayo ng wall natin. So, let's try drawing first our wall. So, example, ito yung wall natin. Yan yung wall ng house natin. So, ang sabi dyan, that wall is 7-meter wide. So, 7-meter yung haba nito and 6-meter high. So, 6-meter yung tangkad ng wall natin. So, it is made from 0.3-meter brick. So, yung brick natin is 0.3 meter. So, this is 0.3 meter. 0.3 meter yung thickness ng brick natin. So, yan yung properties ng wall with thermal conductivity K of 0.6 watts per meter degree Kelvin. Okay, so thermal conductivity K of this wall, 0.6 watts per meter degree Kelvin. So the surface temperature inside of the wall, sa example nandito yung inside part. Okay, ito yung part na inside. So yung temperature dito is 16 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, outside, yung temperature dito is 6 degrees Celsius. Dito sa part na to is 6 degrees Celsius. So ang pinapahanap is the rate of heat transfer from here papunta sa kabila. Since sabi natin that our rate of heat transfer flows from hotter temperature papunta sa lower temperature. So yan, paano natin isosolve yun? So using our formula, solution. So using our formula that Q is equals to K A T1 minus T2 over X. Okay, so yung T1 is yung temperature higher natin. T2 is the temperature low. So K is the thermal conductivity and A is the area. Now, what is that area? Yung area na consider natin kung saan ba papasok at lalabas yung heat transfer natin. So the heat will flow from this area. Okay, sa area na yan, dito siya magta-travel papunta sa kabilang side. Ayan, dito siya magta-travel across that wall natin. Palampas dun sa wall natin. So, yan ang indication ng area na yan. So, para madaling tandaan, always nating remember that the area is always perpendicular to the rate ng heat flow natin. So, yan ang meaning ng area. So, kung papansinin natin, kung ito yung rate ng heat flow natin, if this is the rate of our heat flow, ang perpendicular part dyan is itong area natin dito sa part na to. But it is perpendicular here, so kaya yan i-consider natin na area. So, by using our formula, we can substitute those values. So, our Q now is equal to K. Our K is 0.6 watts per meter degree Kelvin. Times yung area natin is ito, which is rectangular, 6 meter by 7 meter. Times T1 minus T2. So, yung T1 is the temperature higher, which is 16 degrees Celsius minus 6 degrees Celsius yung lower temperature natin. All over our thickness, which is equivalent to 0.3 meter. Therefore, our Q now, so using our calculator, so this is the total heat loss, that Q, that is the total heat loss sa system natin or dun sa wall. Now, if we will use our calculator to solve for this equation, so i-type natin yung problem na to. Type natin itong problem dun sa ating calculator. So, let's try typing it. So, 0.6 times 6 times 7. So, ito na yan, 0.6 times 6 times 7 times 16 minus 6. So, 16 minus 6 all over 0.3. So, pricing equal. So, we will arrive sa answer na 840. 840. So, what will be the unit? 840. So, unit analysis, yung meter dito, makakancel lang yung meter dito. So, yung meter dito, makakancel naman yung meter dito. Meanwhile, yung temperature dito, makakancel yung temperature. So, ang may iwan na lang na unit natin is naka-watts yung ating temperature, yung unit natin for Q. So, therefore, ito yung total heat loss ng naandun sa system natin. Okay? So, yan ang heat loss. May isa pang pinapahanap sa atin which is the heat flux. Okay, ano naman ang meaning ng heat flux? So, when we say heat flux, so yung symbol sa kanya is Q double prime. So, yan ang symbol natin for heat flux. So, that Q double prime, ang equivalent nito, this is simply equal to the rate ng heat transfer divided by our area. Since na-solve natin kanina that our rate ng heat transfer is 840 watts, we can just simply divide this by our area, which is equal to 6 meter by 7 meter. Okay, so by unit analysis, our heat flux is equal to watts per meter times meter, that is equivalent sa meter squared. Okay, so using our calculator, so 840 divided by 7 times 6 or 6 times 7. So that is equal to 20 watts per square meter. So this is equivalent to 20 watts per square meter yung conduction through that wall. So I hope na nakinig and I hope na may natutunan about sa conduction heat transfer. So thank you and kindly subscribe to my channel for more updates about engineering tutorials.